There it is. I'm proud of you. If nobody told you today that they love you and they're proud of you, I'm proud of you. God is a good God. Sister Gretchen, I see on your shirt it says people pleaser. Yes, ma'am. And on the back it says food. Yes, it does. It doesn't mean that you have to be addicted to drugs or alcohol. There are a lot of addictions. People pleaser is an addiction.
Yes, it is.
Whether you know it or not. Food, we all like to eat. And she's addicted to food. I have a question for you. If I walked up to you right now and said, Sister Gretchen, I need you to do something for me right now. No matter what you were doing right now, I want you to stop doing what you're doing to do what I asked you to do. What would you do?
Well, Sister Davida, there was a time when I would have just dropped whatever I was doing to do what you asked me to do. Because it started when I was a teenager in high school. And I was the smart child. And so then the teachers would say, oh, I want you to be like Gretchen. I'd be like, no, don't say that. Let them be how they want to be. But they wanted, the teachers would want to try to build me up. But I didn't want to be that. Because then I didn't have any friends. Because they didn't want to be like me. They wanted to do whatever they was doing. And no child should have to be like somebody else.
Amen.
They should be themselves.
Amen.
So anyway, then I would start to try to please my friends in order to have some friends. And I would do what they would ask me to do. Then that carried on into relationships where I would start to please men so that I can have a relationship. It carried on there too. And where the food comes in is that any time where I didn't feel like I was getting my own comfort or something from somebody else, then I wanted comfort food. I would want food. I really don't know why I don't weigh a whole lot more than I weigh right now. Because when other folks would say, oh, I need a cigarette, I would want to go to the store and get 6 cupcakes and eat them. Or I want a cake or a pie. It almost seems like dinner doesn't go right unless you had something sweet at the end of it. Automatic. It was like, that was automatic.
Right.
So when you learn later on, and I learned that I can't continually please everybody. I'm not God. I don't have it in me to be able to please everybody. I can't be everywhere all the time. And so when I accepted Christ in my life, I had to understand that I was only required to please God.
Amen.
I don't have to please anybody else no more. Just Him. Just Him. And so now I continue to just please God. As Brother Franklin said, it says that all these things come after you go to God. You have to just learn to please God. And all these other things will be added in your life. You can't constantly please people. People let you down.
Yes, they do.
Because they're not God. They can't do what God does. So I just want to say, please God, accept Christ in your life, learn to please Him. You can't please everybody else. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Gretchen. The young ones and the older ones, I pray that you heard that, because if you please God, everything will fall in place.
Amen.
Brother Bobby, want you all to pray with Bobby as he speaks. He is so nervous because he's not the type of guy that stands in front of people giving a story. This took a lot for all of us. This ain't easy. It ain't easy, but see, through Christ we can do all things. That's why we're standing right now. Could you stand, please? I see on your shirt that it said that you was unaccepted. Who was you unaccepted from?
I was unaccepted by people and places that was not for me anyway. It wasn't a place for me to be. With them people and do things that I shouldn't be doing. So I try to fit in where I didn't fit in. It wasn't for me to fit in. So I thank God. Thank God.